with another one right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A 45-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the year.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, but he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. To throw, it's Kaepernick. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game.
Melvin Gordon, the ball carrier.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. In his own end zone, it's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. 23 yards on the play. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
The pass.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. throw by Brady, incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're running it. It's Michel, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Gordon. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Melvin Gordon, the ball carrier.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
We know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed 1 of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Denver.
Jerry Jeudy, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Now McManus for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
On the return, the Patriots take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
New England on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Brady. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Intercepted. by the Broncos.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Complete.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
And a Broncos first down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Kaepernick hit, fumble. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. And he finds Gronk. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 24 yards the gain there, another first down as well. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Brady to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Rob Gronkowski, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10. At their own.
Now Colin Kaepernick in the offense heading back out onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Kaepernick again here on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end.
Kaepernick's pass.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Good.
23 yards, the final tally.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Brady. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Patriots have taken the lead. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first two quarters.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14. Kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Broncos and Cortland Sutton heading back out there.
He's up near 100 yards now here in the second quarter, but his team's down.
Through no fault of his own. I mean, what a nice game he's having so far. They've got to keep finding ways to get him the football. Don't get away from that. Figure out where things are going wrong.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And the return will stop right around the 25.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side.
As a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. Tom Brady, his third touchdown pass of this first half, and the Patriots add on to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a two-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will make it into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Denver's offense ready to go again.
And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes...
It got his man complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Throwing now is Kaepernick. Got Gordon open, completes it. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
that might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big game downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Buying time to his left. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Able to get this to Gordon. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Kaepernick now to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. And not a very good return at all as he won't even get this back to the 15.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
The final shot before half for Brady. Forced out to his left. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And it's the Cardinals who have the lead as they play the second quarter. Andy Isabella, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they trail in their ball game at halftime to the visiting Carolina Panthers. Christian McCaffrey, a touchdown run in that first half. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And they currently trail the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Carson Wentz has thrown a couple of touchdown passes there. In the game you're watching, it's who else? Tom Brady with a strong first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Olszewski on the return. The Patriots take over.
Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love?
4 verts.
4 verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep and for him to show off that big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. The 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score. And now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
New England trying to get a place on offense.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
He fakes the give here and looks to throw.
Going deep here for Edelman. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really.
Complete.
But second down instead.
Now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing again. Brady. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down by Vaughn Miller.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
To throw, it's Brady. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Hey,
you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
At the 26-yard.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Gronkowski again, he was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Brady gives to Michelle. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. It would be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not much there, only a yard. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. This is Gordon. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Melvin Gordon, the Bronco ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Open man is Gordon, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. If points result, we'll call this play significant.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Kid had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
3rd down. And 4 yards to go.
Now Kaepernick. He's got his tight end fan. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Now Gordon on first down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, Kaepernick. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
Gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and inches.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. To throw, Kaepernick. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tim Patrick, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. McManus's point after is good, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. In just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Fighting through, and he's got space. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play. Brady to Gronkowski. 58 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use momentum to launch another one.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Gronkowski again. He was the intended target. Brady will try again on 2nd down. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Rob Gronkowski. His 2nd touchdown of the game. His 3rd on the year. And the Patriots move back within a couple of the lead. Now Brady again. And this is going to be intercepted.
attempt at the two-point
Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 20.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Kaepernick's pass.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Second and inches at the 38-yard line.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he's got room. There goes Melvin Gordon. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
New England trying to get to place on offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the play. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Brady now to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brady's pass.
He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And now it's second down.
Kareem Jackson on the coverage.
To throw again, Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. New England on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is third and 10. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brady's pass.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Kaepernick to throw on second down. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. It's John Simon with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Dancing to his left. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Let's go. What you talking about, Rat?
So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunky yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And after all that, he'll get right back to where they would have been had he just let the ball go, as they'll start at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive. And in a relatively...
He's got a man. Complete. And all the way down to the 37.
That's good.
Brady and Edelman hook up for a big one. 43 yards.
At the 37-yard line.
On first down, Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Second and 10.
Now Brady. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 14. 23 yards the pickup there. And these numbers on our monitor are getting hard to believe. He's closing in now right on the doorstep of 500 yards passing.
I'm glad that you watched the monitor and said it first, because I had trouble absorbing that. That's big time right there, right? That means everything just about has gone right for his squad in this game. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Gronkowski again. He was the intended target, and it's third down.
Kareem Jackson on the coverage.
Now a play fake. Brady. This is complete to guess who? Gronkowski again. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his track. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Zach Ertz with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots are back within a score.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
The quick slant caught. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. To throw is Kaepernick, and that is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tom Brady in the offense. Down by 1. A little over 40 seconds to go. Needing at least 40 yards, you'd have to think, to have a shot. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down.
The deep ball makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Brady to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Denver, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come...
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Hey, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I? Hey.
Could count on my power, and look at my dogs. Way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich, then went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. How did you let it go miss? How she was magic, she mixed it. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Get the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it?